changing the scenery for us. And Foxhull is going to go for his late game, which is an interesting decision. He only has 2 Titans in this deck, but Naglfar definitely has a late game here. It'd be definitely really easy for Naglfar to push this advantage with playing both Oracles, and he will do that. If Foxhull doesn't get Coals quickly, which he didn't draw a single Coal, he could fall behind really early in this game. Blightwalkers can make up for it, but they're still going to get at least 1 activation out of that Oracle, plus the Oracle in lane 3 is unblocked, which means unless he draws a Coal or Blightwalker next turn, that Oracle will get a 2nd activation at least. Here we are looking at Naglfar needing to deal with his opponent's Oracle. Oh, and he saves his own Oracle. I didn't even look at that. But yes, the Blightwalker was just reduced to -2 attack from a Sonic Pulse, which makes it so the Oracle survives. Now he's going to get both his obvious choices leveled up and keep both Oracles. So now he still has to draw 2 answers. Now he did draw the Coal, which had Naglfar not Sonic Pulse, he would have lost both his Oracles here, but now he has to choose which Oracle to keep. And the Oracle will get 1 more activation before it trades out with that Reaver. So Sonic Pulse does not save the Oracle, so it would be useless to use right here. The Titan is definitely a high priority to level up for Naglfar, as well as he isn't under any pressure here. So he might just find the need to level up a Titan, play a Technosmith, even against like the Blightwalker in lane 4, to level up like the Scout Drone, and then he can play either the Sonic Pulse or the Echoist to just get those effects off. He could also Echoist lanes 4 and 5 to Technosmith lane 2, doing the same thing with Titan and Drone, just to have better board management as far as creatures placement. The alternative would be to also play the Echoist 2 and 3 post-combat after the Oracle dies, and let the Technosmith eventually deal with Blightwalker, because he's not really going to get any use out of the Technosmith otherwise. 2-2 really isn't going to do anything for Naglfar. However, he is going to opt to go with the pre-combat Echoist 3-4, and likely still going to knock out the Technosmith. I can't see him playing the Sonic Pulse, and it's definitely not any good to play the Drone here over the Technosmith, since they're the exact same effects once they're on the field, and just get a bonus of leveling. So here the Epidemic is a immediate play. Gets the 3 creatures dead, as well as another Oracle. I don't know if well, he does have a Prowler, but Naglfar has made a lot better use out of leveling cards in this first 4 turns. And continuing the leveling battle will end in Naglfar's favor. So here, he has a few options. His Echoist will obviously not trade with the Oracle. The only things I will trade with the Oracle is the Brightsteel, actually. Nothing else trades with the Oracle. However, if he does opt to play the Brightsteel, it trades on Foxhull's 2nd turn from now, which means the Oracle will get 2 more activations. Unless the Naglfar replaces the Brightsteel or another creature in lane 5 next turn, or gets a 10 attack creature, which I don't believe he has any in this deck. So he's really looking at 2 activations with the Oracle regardless of what Naglfar does. Now, Naglfar does have the option of playing the Krogius to further his late game. He is ahead on the board position, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and get the Krogius down to get more creatures leveled. However, he is going to go for the long-term Brightsteel trade and just have to deal with getting 2 Oracles out of that Oracle. 2 levels out of the Oracle. Definitely an interesting choice to level up the Scrapforge Titan. That means he is probably going to Epidemic to clear off 2 of his creatures and leave him with a 1-1. That'll also make it so that he can kill the Brightsteel this turn and have the Oracle live if he does it post-combat. That does mean he takes an additional 3 damage from the Prowler, but his Oracle lives this way for the long term. For at least for now. However, doing that means that Naglfar can then kill the Oracle on his turn. I don't think I would have opted to play the Epidemic because Naglfar would not have hastened the death of that Oracle next turn, which means he will not get his second activation of the Oracle that he could have gotten had he not played Epidemic. So right here he could have certainly played the Blightwalker in the SolForge Titan, and then just leveled up the Epidemic for later use. Definitely very interesting as well that he didn't just go ahead and block the Prowler with the Blightwalker. The 310 versus the 3-9 isn't going to make much of a difference except for the Bright Steel Sentinel, which, even so, the Bright Steel Sentinel would still trade with Walker. So, he does, 1 damage is pretty insignificant. However, it's basically just a free kill, a free 1 life. So giving that up is an interesting decision on his end, and we'll see how that plays out for him. Now Naglfar has a few options. He's certainly going to kill off the Oracle this turn. He can do it with his own Oracle, certainly. He can also play a Echoes in lanes 2 and 3 or 3 and 4. Either way, it dies to the Blightwalker and doesn't kill it. The Bright Steel Sentinel doesn't do any better against the Blightwalker, seeing as the Blightwalker is on the defensive. So, regardless, if he plays against the Blightwalker is going to win that trade. So the better probably bet is to consider just, does he want Echoes 3, or does he want, and that's another option too, is replacing the Prowler, which does keep 2 creatures on the field as well as get rid of his 1/1. So I'm not sure I would have done that though as Naglfar. I think his late game's a lot stronger, and I think it would have been a lot better off having the other card leveled in this matchup, especially when the opponent is playing a bunch of Epidemics. That makes it really easy to deal with Echo Wisp. And here I probably would have played Epidemic 1, mainly because it would then have 2 Epidemic 2s in the deck, and I think that would be much better for Foxhull when his opponent has played the Echo Wisp 2, which means he has Echoes 3 in the deck, which means having 2 Epidemic 2s gives you 2 outs, immediate outs to the Echo Wisp, which he did go ahead and use the Technoswift to get up anyway, so it's irrelevant point on that. However, this does put the Synapses Oracle at negative attack, which allows him to use the Technoswift to do that, instead of having to use a bigger creature to eat up the 1 attack the Oracle would have otherwise. Now, Naglfar has to deal with a level 1 hand, unfortunately. Here he'll level up the Titan, likely with the Oracle, and here he'll also probably play the Technosmith, level up the Stag, and drop the Echo Wisp. He could drop the Stag to gain 5 life, but he's really not pressed as far as damage goes, and he's already leveled up more cards than Foxhull, so he's ahead on life and on deck construction as far as distribution. So he's going to... what card did he play? Yeah, he has 1 more card. He completely forgot about his Technosmith. So he's definitely going to drop the Technosmith here to level up the Stag. I can't see a reason why he would want the 5 life instead of just 2 cards leveled. There's just no reason for that this early in the game when you're this far ahead, especially when you have a better late game deck. And you're not even pressed for life. Having a better late game deck typically means you need to survive early in the game, but he's still at 97 life, turn 5, going into turn 6. No damage incoming on him next turn, and Foxhull has no board position to combat him. So definitely the Technosmith is going to be dropped there. And Foxhull has a really good draw here to deal with the field. He can't kill off everything on the field, however he can either shut down the Oracle, or he can shut down both Echo Wisps. He can play the Graveborn Glutton and the Technosmith to kill off both Echo Wisp and live. That does mean the Technosmith takes a lot longer to kill the Oracle in lane 5. However, if he does that, if he does replace the Technosmith in lane 5, he takes 6 damage from an Echo Wisp, and he's already behind on life, and it's going to be hard for him to catch back up. He's going to definitely need to have as much life later as this game goes on. However, he also can't afford to let him level up too many cards with the Oracle because of the fact that he has 6 bombs in the deck. he is going to go ahead and make sure he gains back his board position with having 2 creatures live after the Echo Wisp, and just let the Technosmith beat on the Oracle for a long time. Here, Naglfar has another weak draw. Last turn he had all level 1. This turn he has a Oracle 2, which he will certainly play. The other route he can take is a couple of Sonic Pulses. Sonic Pulse won't really help with the Echo Wisp, but it will save these Oracle for now. The Oracle only has 6 health now that he's been beat on for a little while, so that means it'll be really easy for Foxhull to replace his Technosmith in lane 5. And this will allow the Technosmith to, or whatever he plays in lane 5, to probably one-shot the Oracle. So the Sonic Pulse may not be too useful here. However, it's certainly useful in this matchup, so leveling up with the Oracle is definitely a right way to go. He's certainly going to play the other Oracle, so the other route he can take, he can play the Stag post-combat in either lanes 3 and 4 to kill off the Technosmith or the Glutton. However, he is going to opt to just use the Oracle instead to do that and keep the Oracle alive. Well, the Oracle will live anyway, so I think the route I would have taken is the Stag into lane 3 and the Oracle into lane 4. That way, both would still trade, and, or at least the Technosmith would be dead here, and the Oracle would have more health, basically. I don't think he needed to level up a second Sonic Pulse, as well as it leaves him behind more on the board position here. So let's see if Foxhull can capitalize on it. He does have another Oracle 2, which he can drop. He also can only kill off the Oracle 2 in lane 5 with the Bone Sleeve Reaver, or with the Grave Pact. So you could Grave Pact the Technosmith into the Oracle in lane 5, or he's not going to do that. He's just going to let the Oracle sit there for a little while. Interesting choice, because Naglfar is into his turn 8, which means everything he levels this turn, both cards, is going to be useful in player level 3, which he is going to gain an extra level 2 and an extra level 3 from this. Wow, he's actually going to be able to level up his whole hand. He's going to have 2 Oracle 3s in his deck, which means the Krogius 2 will actually be relevant. The fact that the Oracle 3 can level it up in the same turn that you play a Krogius 3. So, Naglfar really has a huge assortment of level 3s that he's going to have at his disposal. I think he has 1 Titan 3 already. I don't think he has another Krogius 3 yet. But he certainly has bombs on the way that are multiple level 2s still, other than those 2 that will be level 3 already. So here, he certainly will level up the Krogius, I should say, and the Technosmith will definitely be going down. The question is where. The Technosmith will obviously be leveling the Oracle. There's nothing that the Oracle would otherwise be really worried about. The Technosmith could go into lane 4 and win against the other Technosmith. Otherwise, the Echo Wisp does lose to the Oracle, but he gets more benefit out of playing 2 Echo Wisps into lanes 1 and 2, rather than just playing the Echo Wisp in lane 4 and the Technosmith into lane 2. This does mean Oracle takes 2 cards to kill, however it should be able to be killed before it gets a second activation, this route. So Foxhull does get a Scourge Flame Sorcerer 2 in player level 3, so it's not going to be as useful to be leveling, but he is going to get his second Titan to level 2. He does have the other Titan at level 3, so he has a level 3 and a level 2 Titan in his deck. The level 2 will not be available for the next 4 turns. Level 3 is currently in the deck. Scourge Flame Sorcerer is definitely going to be an interesting play. He doesn't really have anything else he can do, but in player level 3 it's not going to be so useful. It will be able to take out the Oracle probably on the lane 5 that's just been elusive this entire game. Leveling up like 5 or 6 cards at this point, or really only 4. For this turn. But the Oracle has just been sitting there against a negative attack Technosmith without having any combat happening. And Naglfar gets a brilliant turn 9 hand with his Krogius 3 that he leveled up last turn, as well as another Oracle 3. He will then also be able to level up 2 more creatures level 3, including 1 Titan. So now he has 3 level 3 bombs in the deck, 2 Titans, 1 Krogius, and 2 of them will be available for the next 4 turns after he plays this Krogius here. And after combat is when he's going to be playing the Oracle here, because he doesn't want to replace the lane 5 Oracle, because he's certainly getting more uses out of it this way. And he's certainly going to play after the Scourge Flame Sorcerer takes out lane 3 to finish off the Scourge Flame. So we're looking at Foxhull's next turn, and he is immediately going to have the issues of not being able to deal with the Krogius. Since the Scourge Flame is still only level 2, and you won't be able to have another method of taking out that Krogius for a while, because I don't believe he played a Cold 2 in player level 2, which means he doesn't have any hard removal for the Krogius. The best he might be able to end up pulling out is a Grave Pact to whittle it down, so that its regen doesn't go but so high. Finally, that Technosmith straights the Oracle by virtue of Scourge Flame Sorcerer. But the Bone Scythe here is useless, other than just trading with the monster. I think I would play the Cold the week 2 instead of the Bone Scythe. You don't get a creatures to stay on board. However, you need the Cold 3 in this matchup. He has 3 level 3 bombs. You have to have Cold 3 in your deck in order to deal with this game. Wow, and there's the 4th level 3 bomb that will be in the deck, as well as being played this turn because of Oracle's 3 ability. So he will be able to play a Titan 3 this turn, as well as having the 4th level 3 bomb, 2 Krogiuses, 2 Titans in the deck. Then he'll even level up the other Scrap 4 Titan with the Technosmith, likely, to make it so that he'll have another level 2 that he can instantaneously level up, just like he just did in player level 4, if the game even makes it that long. Or he might go with the Oracle. The Oracle is another good option, because, I mean, if you get 2 Oracle 3s, then you can take a Titan 1 to level 3. However, it's much more likely that he gets a Oracle 1 on the board, one Oracle 3 on the board, to get the Titan 2 up to the Titan 3. So that's what he did. He did get his second Cold of the Week. He's just going to concede, though, because there's just no answer to either of those bombs until he gets to player level